I'm here today with Lazarus. She is a boa constrictor, common boa, BI, whatever you want to call her. Boas, to me, are my favorite snake. They grow to be impressively large, but not so large that you can't handle them. And they're great eaters. A lot better eaters than something like a ball python. Now, another thing with them being semi-arboreal snakes, it means that they will need a pretty large enclosure. That is, if you want them to have as much choice of climbing or not climbing as they want. But these are Central South American snake, so they don't have super high temperature requirements, but their humidity does need to be a little bit higher than that of like a corn snake, rat snake, something like that. Now with this boa in particular, I got her in a rescue type situation. When I got her, she was pretty underweight. She had mites fairly bad. It was the first time I ever dealt with mites, but we got those taken care of extremely easy. Here recently though, she's been shedding a lot. And of course, you know with snakes, that means she's growing. And she's already pretty big. She could get a little bit bigger than this, but not too much terribly bigger. I can't give you an exact estimate on how long she is, just because it's really hard to measure snakes. And secondly, you cannot successfully measure sheds accurately. They stretch out during the process of shedding, so it's just not something that you can really do and get a good accurate number. This is a little update on Drago. He seems to be one of the more popular snakes on the channel, and I completely understand why. He's absolutely amazing. Drago is a Brazilian Rainbow Boa, and he was born in July of 2019, so it's 2021, so he's just over 2 years old. He is looking extremely gorgeous. Rainbow boas are some of my favorite looking snakes in the world, and they're also boas, and boas are my favorite snake in the world. But this guy has been eating a lot for me lately, slamming a lot of food. Not too much. We're definitely not power feeding him by any means, but he is eating very well with us. We've only had one issue with him one time where he regurgitated, but that's not really that big of a deal. So since Drago is getting so big, we have a new enclosure to set up for him today, so let's get it done. So here we are. Here's Drago. Here's his enclosure. Let's put him in it and see what he thinks about it. I think he'll like this because this is quite a bit bigger than what he's been used to lately. Now with a tub like this, the way I heat it is with under tank heating. It seems to be the best way because you obviously cannot put a lamp on the top of a plastic tub, and look, right into that hide he goes. He's going to be getting a new hide pretty soon. We're going to be adding some climbing options in here for him because since he is a boa, they are semi-arboreal, so they will use any climbing space that you give them, but we just haven't really been giving him the option in these tubs until he gets a more permanent PVC enclosure. Hi everybody, this is Hotchkiss, and Hotchkiss is a Nile Monitor. Nile monitors are thought to be the hardest monitor lizard to keep in the reptile community. Partly because of their large size, these guys can grow up to about 6.5 feet in length, head to tail. This one is still a juvenile, but it's still something you have to take with extreme care and handle with caution. One, they have these very sharp claws. They will slice you open, even unintentionally. Even if you get a nice Nile Monitor, they're out there, but they're very hard to find. They're few and far between. Second, they have this long, robust, strong tail, and they're not afraid to whip you with it. It's one of their main defenses. And then lastly, they have inside of their mouths big serrated teeth, and they're not afraid to bite you. They're not afraid to use those teeth. And on top of all of that, they're lightning fast. And most of the time, they just want to kill you. They do not tolerate human handling very well at all. And that is partly because a large number of Nile monitors in the pet trade are wild caught imports, including this one right here. Meaning that when you get your Nile Monitor that you bought for $40 or $50, it will come to you and you are more than likely not going to be ready for this. There are few people that I have actually found who are able to and actually willing to take care of Nile monitors. And that's actually how I got this guy. I got him as a rescue, even as a baby. Someone could not handle this. This is a lot to take care of. And not a lot of people are having success with breeding these guys, so large numbers of captive bred individuals are not available yet. But I think that with pretty much all the other monitors, when it does come time, that they will get better with every generation. Now, if you see what he's doing here, he's flaring out his throat, he's breathing really hard. That right there, he's just communicating with me that he's not appreciating what's happening right now. He's kind of feeling a little bit threatened, which is, you know, normal for a Nile monitor this size dealing with a human. Now, with a lot of work, these monitors can be somewhat handleable. They'll never really be truly tame like other monitors in the pet trade, say like captive bred Asian water monitors, stuff like that, Aki monitors, you know, more commonly kept animals. These are just not really worked with that often in captivity. Thank you guys for watching today's video. If you liked it, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, it helps out a lot. And you can also follow us on social media at our TikTok and Instagram for even more of our reptile content.